Good morning and welcome to Transcendent Studios. This is another episode of Fibro, where hopefully this is an encouragement to everybody out there with disabilities, disorders that need to work towards health and healing at their own pace. This is just my journey dealing with fibromyalgia and all the other things that I'm dealing with, and me pursuing health and healing. And hopefully it's an encouragement to everybody out there who may be in the same situation to take 10 to 30 minutes with me every morning and hopefully walk on that journey with you towards whatever healing and restoration looks like in your life. As always, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a therapist, been to plenty of those, and have learned some stuff, and am simply doing the things that I've learned that work for me in my situation with my disorders and disabilities. And as much as you would like to join in, feel free. If you just want to watch this episode and kind of get an idea of what's going on before joining in, that's great. As always, talk to a doctor, a physician, or a therapist that knows your personal needs best before joining in. And of course, simply join in whenever's good for you. And I'm here to try to be an encouragement to others in my situation to walk together in healing and restoration. So, a little introduction on the things that I'm going to be doing today. For me, these things are what I would call muscle toning exercises. I learned them in my months at Mary Free Bed. When I arrived there, I couldn't even lift up my leg 10 times in a seated position, or even put marks inside of my hand when closing my hand. So for me, these exercises have helped. There's still a long way for me to go, but I found that they're customized to me, and they end up not hurting me more than they help me. So, and for me right now in the recovery world, that's as much as I can expect out of a great exercise. So if you'd like to join with me, this day is a little shorter because I can only do about 8 to 10 minutes of these exercises before it wears me out for the day. Where yoga is a little different, my yoga lessons and times go a little longer because they aren't quite as intense. So to start this exercise set out, we do what they call cone taps, and you can get a teeny little paper cup or maybe a yoga brick and set it lower for if this is new to you. You may want to just try it at a low level. I'm going to try it at a high level because I used to be able to do that. I know you won't be able to see my head, but hopefully you'll be able to see my feet here. What we do is gently tap the brick and go back down. Lift up, tap the brick, go back down. I'm going to do that about 10 times. Sometimes this is very hard, both in balance and in control. Don't forget to keep breathing and take your time. It's still rather hard for me sometimes. If you're following along, I'm sure you're doing great. This is a little fast, so feel free to take your time. I'll have a little break after this so that you can catch up. Okay, I believe that's 10. And for me, I alternate hands and feet. so that my muscles have a little bit of time to recover between these exercises. So the next exercise that I'll be going to is some arm work. This is a little hard on me, and I have to be very careful, so I'm starting out really low intensity on these TheraBands. These TheraBands can be got on Amazon, probably at most drugstores, and I know places like Target and other places like that probably have these in stock. Make sure you check the colors. I'd always suggest working up from the lowest, which is actually there's one lower than orange, which is tan. But start out slow. Listen to your body. Give your body a day or two to get used to this and see if these exercises hurt you. And again, back down either in number or intensity if they do, or stop them altogether, whatever works best for you. I have a lot of shoulder and arm nerve issues, and so this exercise usually hurts, but it also builds up the muscles that I need to not hurt in doing just everyday things. So it's one that I pursue and will choose to continue to do. So what we do is we take our hands and we simply spread them out 10 times. Already hurts. Not forgetting to breathe. I think I'm only going to do 5 of those today. It's been a long time since I've done these exercises. I've been working on getting my house ready to sell. And that has taken all my energy and strength and has been very difficult. So I'm only going to do 5 of those. Feel free to do 10 and take a break. Make sure to stretch out before and especially after this exercise. And all the exercises you see here. My next exercise will be an arm lift. This is also really tough for me, so I may only do 5 of these today where I normally try to do 10. Locking one arm down by my hip. I'm going to take my TheraBand and lift the other one up until it's straight. 2. 4. 5. Then we're going to switch over to the other side. I'm only going to do 5 just to be safe. If you can do more, feel free to do as much as you'd like to and feel that you have the strength to do. Perfect. 5. Take a minute to slowly move through as much area of motion as you can and you feel comfortable with. And take a moment to relax, take some deep breaths before moving on to the next one. The next exercise, again, is a foot exercise. And these are stepping exercise. This helps strengthen the outside legs and most other parts of the legs. Again, if it's difficult to get this strap around your feet, this is a strap that's tied in a circle, as you can see. Take your time. Don't endanger yourself. Possibly even do that while sitting down. Once you have that on, we're going to take 8 steps forward, or as many as your space allows. Right now, we can do a stop with each step. Turn around. Repeat. Hopefully, as this exercise gets more advanced, it's good to not touch the foot down. Step right through. I'll demonstrate that one more time on this other side. I'm not going to do that because I haven't done this in a while. Too many times. We're going to step right through, not touching the ground. This works. See, I couldn't do it there. Works on balance and smoothness with the muscles. But for me, I'm going to just step and stop today. Now our next exercise, I'll start back up here where you can see me, is going to be diagonals. Instead of stepping straight forward, we're going to step off to the side. Meet with the foot, step out to the side, meet with the foot, step out to the side, meet with the foot, until you run out of space. Turn around and repeat the process all the way back. Okay. Now we're going to work on... That was great, by the way. If you were able to keep up with that and go through with that, I'm proud of you. The next exercise will be a core strength exercise. We'll be doing bridges. So slowly and carefully bring yourself down to the ground. Lay down. And what we're going to do is we're going to slowly lift our butt off the ground. Support yourself well with your arms. And we're going to do that about 10 times. 1. Slowly down. 2. Slowly down. 3. Slowly down. 4. Slowly down. 5. Slowly down. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. Sorry about microphone problems, but take a minute to rest and take a break if that was difficult for you. Make sure you know what your body is feeling and don't rush on to the next exercise. Hopefully we'll take a minute or two here to take a break and recover from that. Okay. Next exercise is going to be squats. So back into the leg working world. The safest way I've found to do this is with an exercise ball because it allows me to move at my own pace and to keep my knees over my feet, which is really important. When doing squats, you don't want your knees to go past your feet because it puts undue pressure on your knees. So I'm going to try 10 of these, but I'm probably going to stop at 5 because it's been a while. So, standing up with the back against the ball, we're going to slowly go down into a squat. Any amount here is good. Again, be real careful not to overexert yourself. If you need to support yourself with your hands, feel free. I think for me that's going to be all today. Hopefully on our next session I'll be able to do a little more. But I want to be safe and not get to where I was last night where I was so tired it was very difficult to sleep because of the pain. Okay, one of the last exercises that we're going to do is another balance, strength, and core exercise. So this is a pretty interesting one. We get up on all fours, and if you are able, lift opposing arm and foot. We're going to do that 10 times. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 8. Take a minute to sit down, catch your breath if you need to. Always try to focus on breathing deep and well through this time. Now, this last exercise may or may not be easy for you because it kind of requires some special equipment. Over here I have an ankle cuff attached to some TheraBands, and I do this so that I can work with adduction, I believe. Abduction with the legs, which means pulling the leg in. And I'll show you that. This works this muscle here. And because I broke this knee a few years back, muscles being strengthened all around are really important to the alignment of the knees. So without doing this one, but doing that other one that we did, my knee will start to hurt because I'm weaker on the inside than I am on the outside. And it'll begin to pull my leg out of whack a little bit. So I do these to strengthen the inside legs. And so I tie my ankle off and I slowly pull this in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, if this is too hard to do just standing up, feel free to get a chair to maybe grab onto in front of you, because it does require some balance and it is trying to pull you off of balance. So make sure that you have what you need to do all these exercises safely. I'm going to move to the other leg here. 2. The nice thing about TheraBands is the farther you are away from where the bands are connected, the stronger the resistance. So sometimes instead of just getting new bands, you can simply move out 1 more foot a day into your exercise space. And this really, really helps. It increases the resistance on the bands quite a bit. So the beauty of TheraBands is you can get a very specific strength exercise workout. And I'd encourage you to find out exactly what that equals for you, what that strength that is challenging but not overwhelming. I learned at Mary Freebed when I was there that there's a difference between fitness and recovery. And I am currently in recovery, which is a place where I can't push myself as much, but I have to find out where my zone of safety is, work within that until that zone expands. And the way that they taught me to do that was do an exercise, carefully look at it. So say I can only do 5 of those. And if tomorrow I hurt with those 5, try it again, maybe a little less, maybe 4. And see where I can do it without problems, or right up to that line of problems, be it pain or fatigue or all these hurts, and then take 20% of that off. So say 5 is my pain limit, like I'm just hurting like crazy and unable to do it the next day or function throughout the rest of the day. Take 20% off of that, which would be 1, and then do 4 every single day, because that's an area that doesn't push me to that pain or incapacitated level. And keep doing those 4 until maybe in 2 or 3 weeks we can test again and see if we can do 5 without that pain coming back. And then that's our new level. And so take time to grow in that safety zone that isn't pushing too far and bringing pain and hurt and incapacitation. That's what they taught me, and I never would have thought of that, because I always grew up thinking, just shove yourself, just push yourself further, just go harder. And unfortunately, my body is in such a bad place that is not good. In following a previous doctor's admirations to do that, to push a little harder, go a little further, I actually almost bit through my tongue at night in pain. You can still see the scar, and that was from just an extra 15-minute walk during the day. That's how close to that limit I was pushing myself every day, and when I went over, the pain was too much. That was biting through a bite guard at night and went into my tongue. And so be very careful about finding your limits. And if you are in recovery, don't treat yourself like you're in fitness. There's a difference. We need to get to a place where we can begin to grow fitness in our lives, but currently we're recovering. So if you're joining me and that's your state, I sympathize with you. I'm proud of you for being here and trying and working out and exercising. And way to go in investing in you. It's tough, it's difficult, but you have friends and people who know you're worth investing in. So thanks for joining us here at Transcendent Studios and for being a part of this. Hopefully you'll join us in the future and this will become a good part of your life and bringing you through the recovery to the fitness and mobility that you really hope to have. Proud of you all. Thanks again. Peter Vawter from Transcendent Studios. Have a great day.